Hey, it's Ridge Runner again. Just got a new rifle last week. It's a Savage Axis 2 XP heavy barrel. Got it at Walmart. They had a pretty good price on it. It's $50 mail-in rebate if you buy it before I think November the 18th. And so I just went ahead and got it. Got a Vortex Diamondback 3x12 by 42, and I went to put it on, and the axes are basically built on a long action. So you're one here and one here, and as you can see, the scope body is not long enough. So I ordered a EGW 20 MOA base. If you're going to get a one-piece base, go ahead and get the 20 MOA. I got it, put it on, mounted it last night. This gun's only had 20 rounds run through it. It's me shooting it and cleaning it and shooting it and cleaning it, just getting it zeroed with the old scope that was on it and playing with it and seeing what it'll do with that new Federal with a 130 grain Burger target bullet in it. It shot it about 3/4, 1 inch group. Done pretty decent at 100 yards. I don't know, you just can't see it way up yonder, but where the brown is, up yonder at the end next to the tree line, we got some bottles hanging on strings, and I was popping them with it. And so I wanted to put this Vortex on here, and this video is going to be, I don't like real long videos. This is going to be longer than normal because I'm trying to explain everything. And I thought, well, you know, and I want to try this new Hornady Precision Hunter ammo. Nobody had it in stock. They sold out. Went down to Smoky Mountain Knife Works down here in Sevierville, next to where I live, and they had stacks of it in there. I said, well, give me 2 boxes. And it is, let's see if you can see that, $32.99 a box. Precision Hunter Hornady number 81499, 6.5 Creedmoor 143 grain ELDX. It says 2,700 foot per second on the box. And it says 0 to 200 yards. It'd be 1.9 inches high at 100. All that. But now this is a 22 inch barrel. This ammo is done in a 24 inch barrel. There's the round. It's a pretty good looking round. Don't know what primers or powder they got in there. I wanted to try it. See if it was worth the hype and all the high dollar money. I bore sighted it right out there past the tractor at the 50-yard target, and then I went out here to shoot at the 100-yard target up there, the one to the right side of that tree out there just across the fence line, and shot at it, got it on paper, adjusted it down, and then fired a 3-shot group. I pulled one, made the group open up. That was my fault. The second, I readjusted my scope to get it about where I wanted it at. I wanted it about 2.5 inches high, and it's actually 2.65, somewhere in there. According to my Streetlock Ballistics calculator, with this Diamondback scope, with a drop that's in it, it'll make first line down 300, then 400, 500, and then at the bottom, at the top of that peak at the bottom, it's going to be 600 yards. So it works out really well that way. Does have a 4-inch sunshade on it. I like the rifle. The only thing I might do, and I probably will anyway, I do most of my stocks. I don't think I'll get a new stock for it. What I think I'll do, I like the camo on it. It's that mossy oak brush. I think what I'll do is, it is free floated, but it's really, really close to the barrel. So I think what I'll do is just pull the rifle out, hog that out some, waller it out some, and then bed the stock, and then bed the recoil lug and stuff in here on this, and make sure it sets straight back down in there. Now, we'll walk out here in just a second. We might as well just go ahead and start walking that way. Let me put my hat on. It's 51 degrees. It's drizzling, mist, and rain. It's cloudy. It's cold. And I don't want you to think I shot this and then come out and you know, or I didn't shoot it, or it was closer than what it was, but it ain't. It's out yonder, 100-yard target, and we're going out there. That's why this video is going to be longer. I don't want anybody to think nothing that I did or didn't do anything right. So, but it shot, from what I can tell, just a little over a half-inch group. Like I said, I pulled one when I was my second shot. My first shot was dead center, right and left, and height-wise was perfect for it to come out on the ballistics the way I want to be able to shoot. And that leaves me with, on that scope's got 90 MOA of adjustment, you know, 45 up, 45 down. So I wanted to get it to where if I ever got the chance to go to 1,000 or 1,200 yards, I wanted to be able to do that. That's why I like that scope. It's got more adjustment than some of the Vipers and stuff out there. So how accurate adjustments are, just from sighting in here, pretty spot on. Other than that, I don't know. But according to my ballistics calculator, I need 40.96 MOA to get to, I believe it's 1,200 yards. And when I sighted it in, I had it zeroed, mechanically zeroed. I went, when I was bore sighting it, I brought it around and almost went down 15 MOA. Well, by the time I got it sighted in, 2.6 inches high, 2.65, here at 100, that brought me right back to zero. So I've got 45 MOA or more, should be 45 MOA of adjustment up. And so that should get me to 1,200 yards. Let's see. First 3-shot group. That's where I got it on paper, adjusted it down, and I just run it down to get it down closer. These two's touching, I pulled one. That's not bad. This right here, this one was the first one, dead center right where I wanted it. The next two, when I was trying to keep it, I got sandbag on the front, and it's just on my shoulder on the rear. My heart's beating, racing, I'm breathing and trying to control that and trying to shoot a good group. But right as I go to squeeze, I got a thick jacket on, it's kind of cold. I moved it a little bit, threw this one off over here. This one is just where you're holding right here with a 12 power, trying to get in that little bitty white spot. I lined it up here with a diamond as best I could. If I'd had it sitting in my lead sled, that group would have been, that'd have been 3 looking like this right here, rather than spread out. But I'm doing it off of just like I would if I was out with a shooting stick or something, shoulder on the back end and a shooting stick on the front end. So that's probably what I'm going to be getting. Let me get my Leatherman out and we'll see. There's a bee nest behind this target somewhere in the ground. I don't want to get stung, but I don't think they're going to come out too much today. Let's see. Put my 1-inch mark right in the center of that one. And then measure the 2 farthest away. I don't know if you can see that. Let's center that one. That is about, yeah, center to center, about 3/4 of an inch, because I pulled this one. Now, if I hadn't, right as I went to squeeze the trigger, I went to pull it back into my shoulder, and this one come out. I knowed I throwed it. It wasn't that bad though. But when you're trying to hold here and you only got your shoulder holding the back, you can't hold it dead on. You're either holding a little low or a little up, and you're just trying to stay in there. So that keeps you pretty close. But I was doing good here. Last shot, I went to slide the rifle forward to get it on up on the sandbag so I could lean over a little more. That Aki trigger, I've got it set at 2 pound. And boom, I went ahead and let it ride just for giggles. I'll measure this one for you too. Let's see, that is a 1 inch group. No, 1 1/4 inch. 1 1/4 from this right here to that right there. 1 1/4 inch. But that right there is be like if I was shooting off of a bipod or try to prop up on my elbow and shoot. That's about how wobbly I would be, and that's about the group I'd get. But if I wanted to put it in my lead sled or really set bags up and get really set up, like I said, it's misting rain. I'm trying to hurry and get it done. Don't like being out in this too much, but it done pretty good. I think the ammo out of that Savage Axis heavy barrel, that's not much over a 1/2 inch, and I'd say the difference is my shooting. I'd say that right there, considering how it was down here before I pulled this one. I'd say that's a legitimate. There's a hole there and a hole there. I'd say that's a legitimate 1/2 inch group or better. If I put it in a lead sled, it'd be a whole lot better. It would be like one ragged hole probably. For the money and the price, my opinion, out of a Savage Axis heavy barrel 6.5 Creedmoor, the ammo's worth it. $32.99 a box. That's the most I've ever paid for ammo in my life. I will load for this later on after I get some brass built up. I don't know how that bullet would do at long range, but it's supposed to be the best Hornet he's got. We'll find out. I would like my velocity to be a little higher. I don't know what it is. I ain't getting my chronograph out in this weather. But I'm definitely going to run it across the chronograph when it ain't so rainy, dreary, and foggy. Heard some turkeys back up in there a while ago. So anyway, that's just my short video between the Savage Axis 2 6.5 Creedmoor, the heavy barrel, and the Precision Hunter from Hornady, which I'll buy some more boxes of that, and I'll start using that and buy me a die set later, and when I get ready, I'll find a bullet I want and see if I can beat that performance. But right now, yes, it's cheaper to load your own, and you can manipulate the rounds and make it shoot a little more accurate, but you spend so much